This week we're going to highlight ongoing weather conditions in both Brazil and Argentina for their soybean crops. And we're also going to refocus on looking at November 22 soybean futures trading at an all-time high here for mid-February. Hi, this is Brian Basting with Advanced Trading. Let's talk about the soybean market. We've moved into mid-February here and this market remains historically volatile. Let's get right to it and look at the latest weather conditions for Brazil. Let's start out looking at where those soybeans are produced in Brazil. I want to emphasize when we look at this map here, they are well into harvest in Mato Grosso, that far northern state. As we move south, the beans can still be influenced by weather, most notably in that far southern state of Rio Grande do Sul. Let's look at the weather trends now for Brazil. Our slides this week, as usual, are courtesy of T-Storm Weather. We're going to start out here looking at topsoil moisture for the last 14 days. You can see for that northern area where they are harvesting beans in Mato Grosso, it's been very normal, not too wet and not too dry, so the beans are coming off in an orderly fashion here. As we move further south in the country, however, particularly in that far southern state of Rio Grande do Sul, it has been dry. So there has been some damage to those beans. Now let's look at the next 10 days here. That dryness in southern Brazil, again, where those beans can still be influenced by weather, very dry. So it looks like that area is going to be irreversibly damaged here by some of these dry conditions the last part of February. As we stretch it out into the 7-10 days from now, it does look like a wetter pattern setting up for the tail end of February. And that may help some very late planted beans in southern Brazil. But as we look ahead now to the forecast for the next 14 days, yes, there is some rain moving in, but overall in Rio Grande do Sul especially, still a little bit drier than normal, so maybe some late stabilization. But I want to emphasize it does appear to be some irreversible damage done to those beans in southern Brazil. Let's move forward now and focus on Argentina, where those beans are produced in the country. Well, we looked at this slide before, but it bears repeating that those three provinces of Buenos Aires, Cordoba, and Santa Fe account for nearly 80% of the beans in Argentina. So that's why we've centered our focus on that area. Let's move forward now and look at the short-term weather trends for Argentina. We're looking at the last 14 days as a measure of topsoil moisture. There has been some rain in Argentina, and that's pressured the bean market a bit here, moving into mid-February. You can see it's not quite as all those areas that were in harsh red condition before. They're still there, but it's a little further north. As you move further south, it has been wetter. Now, though, we look at the next 10 days. Heat is coming back to that area as we move into mid-February here. Now, the heat does look to be a little bit north and west of some of those key areas, so maybe not concentrated right over those soybeans. However, when we look at the rainfall forecast, it is forecast to be dry over those areas. In some cases, excessively dry over that region the next 10 days. The change occurs in about 7 to 10 days as we move forward here, looking at more rainfall moving in here across that whole area. Here's the key point. In contrast to Brazil, some of those later beans in Argentina, particularly the double crop beans, can benefit and improve from precip here in late February. Let's look at the next 2 weeks. Still a little bit drier than normal, but again, an improvement over recent conditions. Let's wrap things up this week looking at trends in November soybean futures. Well, we looked at this slide before, but it bears repeating with November 22 soybean futures near $14.40 a bushel. That's the highest price ever for mid-February. So again, a lot can change between this crop insurance pricing period of February and October, as you can see on this chart. But the key thing is we strongly encourage you to work closely with your trusted risk management advisor to manage this price movement. Now, if you'd like more information, please feel free to contact us at 800-664-2321. We'll put you in contact with our risk management consultants who'll be happy to visit with you at your convenience. And remember, we upload every Wednesday. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and never miss an upload. Thanks a lot. Have a good week.